Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies, man. As I said earlier today, the Saints are bringing in a running back on a visit. Nick Underhill, Ian Rappaport. A lot of people are reporting that David Johnson is visiting the New Orleans Saints today. Makes sense, right? A day before mandatory minicamp starts. I said this morning that the Saints need to sign a running back, obviously, with the Alvin Kamara suspension looming. The guys you have in the building, Mark Ingram, Abram Smith, Dwayne Washington, who am I forgetting? And Tony Jones Jr. That's just not the greatest group of guys. Bringing in David Johnson would bolster that group, and we'll talk about how much, if I think it's gonna help. Obviously, David Johnson, his first 2 years in the league, busted onto the scene, man. Went absolutely crazy. Was rookie of the year. I know for a fact he had 581 rushing yards, 500 receiving yards, 12 total touchdowns. Was the rookie of the year. Then the next year, he ran for 1,240 yards, caught for almost 900 yards, and had 20 touchdowns, 2,100 total yards from scrimmage, man. Just absolutely incredible, man. All-Pro first team, Pro Bowl, all of that good stuff. And then the injuries started to happen. 2017, injured. 2018, never really bounced back. Actually, 2018 had a good bounce-back year after the injuries, ran for 940 yards, caught for, let me find it real quick. Caught for 446 yards, man. Almost 1,400 total yards, 10 touchdowns. Great year. Then, once again, was injured 2019. Traded away from Arizona. And I think 2020, he had a good year. Played 12 games, 700 rushing yards for Houston. But then this past season, they had Rex Burkhead. They were tanking a lot of guys. So he really didn't get to play that much. Only ran for 228 yards for the Texans last season. What can he bring to the Saints? First things first, man, he has to be healthy. Obviously, injuries have derailed his career every stop of the way in Houston and Arizona. This man was going to be an all-time back if injuries, never played a significant part in his career, but they did, man, and that's just is what it is. And he's only 30. He's not super, super old, man. With those injuries, man, his body may feel a little older, but he's only 30 years old. I do think he can help the Saints because, honestly, which is crazy because Mark Ingram was in Houston, with him. It was him, Mark Ingram, Rex Burkhead, a couple other guys. They had Philip Lindsay at one point. So they had a numerous amount of guys in Houston. No one never really carved out a role as the number one guy. Do I think this would be a monumental, pickup? No, but I do think we need running back help, and I do think he can, bring some help to this team. And the best thing about this signing for him and for the Saints is this would be the first time, he's going somewhere where they're like, hey, you're not the guy. You don't have to carry the load. We're not expecting you to get the ball 25 times and rush for 1,200, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. That just would never be the case with the Saints. He'd be getting, man, 5 to 7 touches a game with the Saints, if Alvin Kamara's there. Maybe 10 touches a game if Alvin Kamara's not there. If Alvin Kamara's there, man, I only expect him to get 3 to 4 carries, maybe a couple catches here or there. Just be a change of pace back. Give Kamara a breather when he's tired. If Kamara's not there, I can see him getting 5 to 6 carries a game. Still only getting 2 to 3 catches a game, couple targets here or there. But for him right now in his career, man, that'll be the best thing for him. It'll be the best thing for the Saints. And I think this is really, really good, solid. Hopefully he comes in, man. He looks good, clears medicals and all that. We'll see if we sign him. But I do think it's a step in the right direction to bring a running back in. I do think we should bring more running backs in. Jerick McKinnon should be brought in, I think, for sure. Just to look at some guys, man. Don't just, get the first guy that you bring in. Or maybe just get the first guy that you bring in because, like I said, minicamp does start tomorrow. So if you want to have him in, for that 3-day mandatory minicamp, that also makes sense. You can get him in and cut him after if you don't like what you see. Or you can keep him around for the long haul. And we'll just all see how it plays out. But, man, the Saints are bringing David Johnson in. I do think this is a good move. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below about it. As always, this is the Boot Tragedy. Send them out.